Hey everybody, it's Brian Eisenhower. Welcome to the show today. I am happy to have the amazing Christina Morales here with us. Welcome, Christina.
Hey Brian, it's good to see you.
Likewise, likewise. What do you want to talk about today?
Our coaches have been talking to all of our clients, and the hot topic is recruiting. All of our clients want to recruit. It's just that time of the year, it's that time in the market. And our leadership coach, Rick, he's a big fisherman, and I'm going to use one of his analogies. We need to get that pull in the water. So, what kind of bait do we use? How can we help our clients recruit? I can't think of
Yeah.
anyone better to give us advice on that, Brian.
And yeah, I can tell you it is an opportune time. Anytime there's changes in the market, anytime there's seasonality, anything that reduces sales. Anything that reduces sales becomes like fishing weather. That's a good time to get the poles in the water because it'll create a big school of fish under your boat. And you really need to be doing something to recruit. And I can tell you, one of the things that our clients are having a lot of success with right now is, believe it or not, using technology to recruit. It is amazing how attractive that is. And a lot of us and as top producers and brokers, managers and team leaders and things like that, we're like, hey, man, technology's bells and whistles. It's magic pills. And I think that they're right to a strong degree. However, a lot of agents don't think that. They don't believe that. It's crazy. Like you'll see all these new companies popping up that are growing rapidly, touting their technology. Like almost every new national brand that has been racing across the country and growing rapidly talks about their tech platforms. And quite frankly, as someone that's been a broker owner and a team leader and coaches all these different people, I look at it and I think, man, there's nothing new there. None of it excites me. The tech does not excite me. It's because it's not going to change any of our clients' production levels. That's for darn sure. Yet agents are still attracted to it because that's why those national brands are growing so fast. So it's very important if you want to be competitive in your market to be able to do that. You really need to be able to put on a dog and pony show and have a bunch of magic tricks ready to show all your high tech stuff, and it'll wow them. And it is amazing how recruits will say, wow, that's the reason I'm not succeeding. I don't have that. If I had that, if my broker had that, if my team leader had that, I would surely succeed. And so you do have to play the game there. I hate to say it, but you got to be able to show the wares. And I will say tech does make life a lot easier. Not to say they couldn't accomplish a lot of their goals without a lot of the new cutting edge tech. But I do want to show you what our clients are using and doing. And a lot of that does have to do with our agent management portal. We call it our AMP. Now, again, if you're watching this and you don't have the AMP set up or you're not using it yet, a lot of this can be accomplished. It's a lot tougher without using the agent management portal. So you're going to get a lot of techniques in here that you could use by kind of duct taping it through YouTube or things like that, and Frankensteining a bunch of different platforms together to get it done. But the AMP does really make it run smooth and it's highly affordable. So we're going to show off a lot of those techniques. But our agent management portal, it's like our Roku or Fire Stick that ties all your online platforms together. And in it, you've got access to all of the Eisenhower Institute's robust platform of training and coaching courses and materials, and it's got hundreds of them in there that you can access, and each one of them comes with agent workbooks. You've got presentation slides, so you can do in-person training, remote training. People can log straight into it because it's integrated with Zoom, so all your agents that can't make it into the in-person sales meetings can also log in and attend them via Zoom as well too. You can do training, sales meetings, you name it. You can also create your own courses in there as well too, which you have to do in this day and age, because locally you have to teach your agents how to fill out their own forms, and you can do that. How to use your local MLS system and input listings and create search criterias. How to handle your office's file compliance systems. How to use your company's specific CRM for lead generation, how to create an action plan, input a contact, log in, all those different things, how to onboard agents. Now, those are all courses you should be able to create. And it's neat because you can go ahead and record yourself. It's really easy. You just hit play because it's a Zoom interface right inside the agent management portal. You hit play, record, hit stop. It spits out a student workbook and creates presentation slides for you all of a sudden. And boy, is that powerful when you're demonstrating that in a recruiting appointment. So you're showing, hey, here's what we do while you're meeting with a potential recruit. Maybe it's in your office if you're lucky. Oftentimes it's out of the office because you got to meet at Starbucks. Why? Agents don't want to come into your office to meet because then all your other agents see them and it gets around town. You're moving offices because agents love to talk. So a lot of agents are real resistant to come into your office. That's okay. You can take your traveling road show to the local Starbucks, whip out your iPad or your laptop and kind of show them some of this and literally let them take a test drive. And you can make that test drive go for a while too, because you can actually give them access with a temporary login for as long as you want them to have it. And then you can directly invite them to your weekly team meetings, your weekly sales meetings. Maybe you're doing a training on something like geographic farming by using one of our courses. They could actually attend that from their other brokerage where they currently are, or from their own house. And they can log in and they can just attend and they can be totally confident. No one needs to know they're there. So they can literally take a test spin of some of the offerings that you provide to your office without ever showing their face. And the best thing about it is there's reporting about it. You can actually see when they log in. You can see how often they're attending these things you're inviting them to, which is fabulous. That's never been able to be done before, which I think is really neat. So long as you're using it and so long as you're incorporating it as part of your value proposition when you're meeting with recruits. It's wonderful. You can invite them to it so they get a full test drive. It can be a long time. Sometimes you'll see clients doing this for months with recruits, and pretty soon you find out they're learning way more from your brokerage than they are from their current brokerage. And they appreciate the value. So all of a sudden, you've got this broker owner or this team leader actually being able to demonstrate tangible value to advance their agents' careers. And boy, the level of respect that gets generated between an agent and a broker owner or a manager is much higher and much more weighty and much more sticky from a retention purpose than the normal social guilt that's given by broker owners with their agents. Usually there's buddies. They take them to lunch and they're friends. And they maybe go to them with a deal doctor question if they get stuck in a transaction. And that's it. They're there out of what they call loyalty. And that's the reason they don't leave. But it's really not loyalty, it's guilt because we're friends socially. However, if you're able to impact their life to increase their goals and increase the likelihood they're going to hit their goals and add tremendous value and advance their career by educating them, by training them, it creates a different level of respect where they start to say, you know what, I could stay here, that's guilt, or I could go to him and help my family by earning more money. That level of respect is much, much more tangible. So if you can actually demonstrate that you are more of a production-centric environment where people that come to your brokerage or team or organization have an increased likelihood that you're going to earn more money because of your systems, tools, and environment, that trumps almost every other relationship out there. I've seen it with someone's the brother of the broker and they go to a different brokerage because it's best for their family. That stuff does start to happen if you can demonstrate that higher level, which is really powerful, right? Really powerful. And I don't mean just on the online nature of this too. You've got all of our training courses in there and it's hundreds of them. So all of a sudden, you can have a live training. For example, if you taught our negotiations class for either an hour a day for 2 weeks or maybe a couple half days or something like that. And at the end, you told everyone that they were going to get a certification. They would get our certification, our certified negotiation specialist, the CNS. If you tell everybody, now all of a sudden, everybody that attends that course, and it's a really good course, and you're going to give everybody that shows up agent workbooks, you're going to maybe play my video on the screen or maybe watch the video and actually teach it yourself. That's totally fine. Or you could play the video and have a 15, 25-minute Q&A afterwards. You can have presentation slides that we create for you up there on the screen as well, too. All of a sudden, all of that comes together and you can invite all the other people from your local multiple listing service to come get their CNS designation. And they get a little certificate that says they're now a CNS moving forward. And that's something that you could be doing for your local real estate community, which is really powerful and further establish you as the productivity guru in your local market. You're the one that's adding value. You're the one that's helping advance agents' careers. And you can do that. We have designations. We have 20, 30 different designations for different courses at every different level. And then, of course, we've got a gazillion other courses we can just teach on productivity. And so you're actually helping people sell more real estate. So very powerful. And you can also allow people to remote log into that as well, too. You could teach it as just a remote course. You could just teach it as a local webinar. all through our agent management portal, which is really neat and extremely easy to use as well. We can go a step further with that too, is because we've just released continuing education options through there too. So now you can actually offer continuing education, because as real estate agents are required to do a certain level of education every few years to keep their license active. Well, now through the agent management portal, you can do your CE, continuing education, and you can offer it to your entire local community. Another way to bring other agents into your office to demonstrate and give a test drive to agents at other companies and other teams how you guys are a step above, especially in down markets when they're over there feeling isolated and it's crickets and everybody's moaning about how bad the business is. In your office, it's humming with energy and everybody's fighting through it. And you're like, man, if I were here, I could be a part of this positivity and this excitement where everybody's moving forward and getting designations and getting their continuing education done and learning how to prospect for new business or build their sphere of influence database, blah, 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 blah. Wow, I want to be here. And that's what takes recruiting from a push to a pull, because you're out there trying to recruit one-on-one. But if you can start to slowly demonstrate to this large group of recruits that have temporary logins and that are coming to your trainings and using all the tools in the agent management portal, you start to create, and then they'll start coming to you. And then all of a sudden, everybody's wondering why the herd is all moving to your office. And they just want to get in line behind the herd. And all of a sudden, you see that one office that's growing rapidly, not because it just opened up. That's different, because that's waning. That actually goes away. That excitement, the shine wears off. It's a little bit different when it's because of your leadership and the tools you provide and the respect that you're generating in agents, not just as a knowledgeable agent that can help you with transactions, but instead an agent that can actually advance agents' careers and help them hit their goals too. That is very powerful, right? Very powerful. It's amazing. You'll see this with a lot of our clients. They're like creating content around how to use the MLS systems, maybe how to use it to set up listing e-alerts, or using it to show how to search for clients. Things like that, where their training on the local MLS systems is actually better than the local board of realtors trainings about their own software programs. You'll see that they're more frequent, they're better, and you'll see agents from other courses coming in there. Some of these guys, we have access, like I told you, to continuing education. We also have access to licensing schools too, so that you don't have to send people to another licensing school where they might meet other agents going to other brokerages and lose that lead to a competing brokerage, where you can actually offer online licensing through the agent management portal so they never go anywhere else. And you actually get to license them yourselves by having them get a login to your agent management portal. So you're in contact with them. You can see how quickly they're getting their license and they're completing their licensing courses. You can stay in contact with them. You can invite them to sales meetings ahead of time and team meetings, so they're excited about your brokerage and they get to know some people in there and they already feel like a part of the family. So you never stop recruiting new agents that way as well too. It's a big feature to be able to license them yourself through our agent management portal. Very powerful for recruiting as well too. The sky's the limit, but all demonstrated by tools that your competitors just simply don't have. And they're going to see how advanced you are, and they know they need to know technology to advance their career for the next 10 to 20 years. And you're demonstrating that you're on top of it, that you're that guy, that you're always going to be on top and you're always going to be ahead of your competitors, and that you're always going to be looking for ways to add value to your agents because you're so far of your local competitors to be able to do these things. If you're watching this and you can't do all these things, you better hope someone doesn't pop up in your local market with all of these tools. All of a sudden, you've got a magic show you got to deal with, and it's really hard for agents to resist it. So I'm telling you to be that guy. If you don't, it's a very affordable tool. It's going to be less expensive than your CRM is. It's our agent management portal, or the AMP, and you can use it to grow your business. Boy, back when I was growing all my brokerages over 35 years, I really wish I had something more than the Rolodex that I had, because this would have been super powerful. How's that sound, Christina?
That's amazing. I have so many lists in my head and so many aha moments. Like, it just clicked. And like I always say, you give us tools, like this is what you should do. And yeah, so it's
Awesome.
incredible. Thank
I'm
you.
happy.
So
Good.
valuable.
Good. I love it for your affirmations at the end. I always feel good. Did I say everything right? She makes me feel so good and warm. It's amazing. It's the best. Yeah. She's probably looking for synonyms on Google as I'm talking. What's
I
another word
know.
for amazing? The I love it. All right, guys. Thanks. I hope this helps. If you don't have it, get the amp. If you do have the amp, man, start freaking using it. I hope this helps. All right. We'll see you next time.